We visited Scribe Winery in Sonoma, California. We've been to several wineries in Napa and Sonoma, and this was one of my favorites and still is to this day. It's an absolutely gorgeous property with flowers blooming, and the outdoor furniture is just so classic, contemporary, and comfortable. The wine is incredible, and they also do a food pairing with the tasting. I love that they're also family friendly, and they had no issue with me bringing my daughter. Everything was farm to table, so fresh, delicious, and healthy. All of their seating is overlooking the vineyards and just set up to perfection. There is a huge parking lot with plenty of open parking. This was the first time that we went on a family outing, and my baby was only 11 days old. We had the best time here. I would absolutely recommend it to anyone, and I would definitely come back. When you first pull up, there is this road just lined with palm trees, and you see the building to the winery in the background. We went in April, and so everything was so green and just starting to bloom. This place is the real deal. Like, if you want a real tasting with food pairing in Napa, Sonoma, and you want the full experience, this is the place to go for sure. One thing about Napa and the surrounding areas is that you can't just show up for a tasting. You have to plan it in advance and make sure you call and get reservations. Usually it's good to call at least a week ahead. We have arrived at the hacienda. So beautiful out here.
Look at these purple flowers blooming. These are so gorgeous.
Scribe Winery mostly tailors their tastings to members. And so make sure you call ahead because there's specific dates that they do tastings for people who are not members. I've learned so much about wine living near Napa Valley and just visiting all of the different wineries. Every winery that I've been to has different methods of fermenting their wine. The three most common ways that they do wine fermentation is one in stainless steel. A lot of wineries love to use stainless steel because it doesn't alter the flavor of the wine like an oak barrel would. There's several places that I've been to that use French oak barrels, and you can definitely taste the difference in the wine. It just adds more of like a complex, rich flavor. Then there's a couple places that we've been to that said that they ferment their wine in concrete eggs. That's what they call them, and it's like an egg-shaped barrel made of concrete.
I can't wait for Oakville though. Enjoy, y'all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, this is great.
If you're coming to the Napa, Sonoma area, I would highly recommend that you go to a tasting that has a food pairing. They're a little more expensive, but when you sit down and do a tasting and you have a food pairing with it and you're just in this beautiful wine country overlooking the vineyards, it completely changes the experience. Another tip is to only schedule 3 tastings at the most per day. Even 3 is a lot. If you're gonna do 3, do one like as early as possible, the next one maybe like 3 hours later, and then do your last tasting maybe like 2 hours before the last place closes. We have scheduled tastings way too close together before. Basically, what I'm saying is space your tastings out. Don't try and do too much at once, and make sure you have at least 2 hours between tastings. You really want to be able to take in the scenery and take pictures if you want and ask questions and just like soak it all in. And if you're rushing, it's not going to be the same. Another thing that I never thought about when we were going to be wine tasting in Napa and Sonoma is that there are a lot of wineries that you must be 21 and older, and little ones are not allowed inside.
Just the natural fruit character in the wine, brightness, fruit, like orchard fruit, you know, bright apple, that kind of thing, and some pretty florality as well. So to achieve that kind of like maintenance of that beautiful like light aromatics and everything, we ferment this wine originally in stainless steel, like your Riesling there. Low temperature on this. Low temperature fermentations really we put these grapes in concrete to turn from juice to wine.
I had no idea that the fermentation process is so dependent upon the temperature. If you want a flavor that is crisp and floral and citrusy, specifically white wines, then you want to ferment them at a cooler temperature. I am baby wearing right now, and my baby just really wants to be in this voiceover.
It's just lined with olive trees. And then tons and tons of vineyards.
With a walnut vinaigrette, roasted beets, more walnuts.
There are probably over 1,000 wineries in the Napa and Sonoma area, and I am not even exaggerating. There's absolutely no way possible to visit them all, but each one is such a unique experience. Someday we are definitely going to be getting on the Napa wine train.